Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to replace the Wick and Wadding in this FIREFLY automatic lighter. These are sometimes called super lighters, State Series lighters. This one has the Grand Canyon on it. This wick is in pretty good shape. I don't really think there's anything wrong with it, but someone had asked a while back if I would change the wick and wadding in a FIREFLY super lighter, and I don't have anything better to do today, so here we go. That gasket fell off there when I took the screw off. So you just like any of them, you just want to start by pulling the wadding out of there, being careful not to mess up your threads. Get a hold of the cotton. I believe this has a length of the organic cotton coil in it, but I don't really know for sure. It's pretty tight in there. You also want to be careful, not just that you're not messing up the threads, but that you're not marring up the bottom of your lighter, the chrome finish, the shiny chrome finish that most of them are going to have. So make sure you've got a good grip on it when you are using the pliers, so that you do not have the pliers breaking loose, because of course you can always have your wadding break loose, and then you have the jaws of your pliers sliding across the base of your lighter, and now it's not so shiny, it's more scratched. So you can see here, once we get that coming out of there, seems to be coming out pretty easy. See that there's more of it down in there, so I can't remember whether I had done this one or not, but whoever did it, it was not all in one piece. Have not seen the wick yet, or at least haven't pulled any out here with the wadding. Now we can do this re-wicking job with any of the style of wicks you choose. That's why I've got them all laid out here. You can see that wick there now. And the wadding just wants to keep coming out of there, so hopefully I can get a hold of that wick here. Hopefully it doesn't drop when the wadding all comes out. Let's see if I can maybe just grab a hold of it. So we go ahead and pull that old wick out, which, as you can see, it did not look too bad. Go ahead and get all of the old wadding and wick out of the way. As I was saying, you can re-wick this with any of these type wicks, the Zippo, copper woven, the Imco or Ronson, old Ronson wicks that I've shown in the past how to tie the wire on, or the Imco wicks that come with the wire lead that you can just feed down in there. Hopefully that's what we're going to do with this one today. As I have a new Imco wick right here, hopefully we can feed it down through there and just pull it right on out. Get that inserted down into the chimney. And see if I can coax that wire over here. And there it is. Now we ought to be able to get a hold of it with a pair of pliers. Get it on out the hole. Now pull that on down through the chimney. We're going to leave a healthy amount at the top so that we can trim it here in a minute. So that'll be just fine like that. Go ahead and cut about half of that off. That's about all we will need. And then you still have the other length of your wick you can use with another lighter. Go ahead and split your cotton coil and then split each one again. It's probably not going to take all of this, but we will have it all ready and available to us. So now that we have the wick, go ahead and feed some of that down in there and start packing the wadding in with it as we go. Make sure and get it in corners, the nooks and crannies, in all direction. Don't just pack it real tight in one direction. Try to get it going through there. You want to have that wick interspersed as evenly as possible, sort of in an S shape if you can. And we still don't even have half of that coil in here, but it is still receiving it as well. You don't want to lose the wick in the process. You really want to have the wick not only going back and forth from side to side in the tank, but also to run the full length top to bottom, which of course it's going to be at the top where it is lighting, but as you use it, it can be lost from here in the bottom. That's about half of our coil there. And I don't know, that was 6 or 8 inches of it that I had there. You want to get that packed in there as densely as possible, and that last link there came unattached from the rest. That's no problem. You saw when I pulled it out of there that it was no big deal to reach down in there and get it. But we are getting close to it being packed in there tight enough. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and tear that off, and then we will finish packing in. Make sure that we don't have anything that's going to interfere with our threads. Before I fuel that, we'll go ahead and trim the wick up. So I'll leave plenty of length here, and also so that I can bloom it out there at the top. I think I just had that off camera while I was cutting it there. That may be a little bit long anyway, so anyway, go ahead and get it cut to the length. Now that you got the length you need, and go ahead and spread the top of that wick out. It's going to give you maximum landing area for your spark, where it combines with the fuel and the air, the oxygen, to give you fire. Go ahead and get our cotton wadding saturated. This is really identical to what you would do with most Ronson petrol lighters. Ronson standard, pretty much the exact same lighter. And hopefully I don't over fuel this here. That ought to get us pretty good. Get our fuel screw back on there. I'll go ahead and blow it off with my breath. And I should have taken the time to go ahead and carry it into the other room and blow it off with the compressor so that I didn't have to keep snuffing out these little side flames for myself. That is the job, though. Re-wicking a FIREFLY automatic petrol lighter. Until next time.